Hello, my wonderful Aquarians. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay. Okay. So we have the card transformation, the category cycle. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have choice, fun, and energy. It seems to me, guys, that you could be, at the end of maybe like a very tough cycle here, but you've changed as an individual or your perspective is changing on a person or a situation here. I don't necessarily see this as negative, but I do feel like there could be some sort of a change in this dynamic that is a little bit difficult to adapt to initially. But I don't really see it as a block or something that you can't, move past here. I also feel there could be a situation this week where you're choosing to be the bigger person or you're rising above in one way or another. And I also feel, guys, that like you are not reacting to someone or something the way that you used to. So you're seeing your growth or how far you've come during the course of this bond or in your in your transformation, even if it's something more internal. Okay, let's see. Okay. We have the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Strength card. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. What are you tired of? Because with the King of Swords and the Strength card, there's something here that you're feeling very drained by. Okay, so it could be something that has been occurring for some time, or it could even be something in particular that happened between the both of you, recently, but it's like a very tired or drained energy, but it's also a very clear-cut energy. Like, I know what I need to know, or I've received the clarity that I need in order to, take my next steps here. But I also feel like you could be a bit withdrawn or you're not feeling comfortable with being, open with this person or being vulnerable with them, even if it's specifically this week. Because the Strength card does touch on deep emotions, but it could be very like withdrawn or something that you're refraining from, communicating. Okay, I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed this week. High Priestess, viewing you as someone who is being silent, but they are viewing you as knowing more than you know more than you show. So there could be something that you figured out about this person where they feel a bit exposed, but there's there's a lack of certainty here because you're not communicating it. But they just feel like you figured something out, or you know more than what you're showing in the current moment. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces. I'm also getting a strong energy of this person feeling very connected to you, even if you guys are not speaking. So I could be picking up on telepathic communication as well. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups in the challenge position. This person feels like you're questioning their intentions. And what I see here is they're viewing you as wish fulfillment or someone who makes them very happy. But we have the Eight of Pentacles coming out in the challenge position, which is letting me know that this person either feels like they failed to show you that in the past, or there was more, thinking and hoping going on as opposed to doing, right? Because Eight of Pentacles is more of a practical energy. And it is coming up in the challenge position. So they feel like they did not, or they did not show how much they cared through their actions, or they could have done more. How are you viewing them? The Ace of Cups. Possibly wanting a new beginning here or feeling ready to turn over a new leaf. And the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups could also be someone who feels like they need to, work on themselves, or they need to work on their stability prior to moving towards something that feels very fulfilling. So it could be that this person, is viewing you as wish fulfillment or someone that they desire, but with the Eight of Pentacles, they feel like they have some work to do, or there's something in their life that is taking up most of their, focus, energy, and attention. But I'm getting a very strong energy of someone who's trying to like figure you out or decode you, and they just feel like you are a lot more aware of what goes on around you, and you're a lot more aware of people and their intentions, but you don't always show it. So they're really trying to figure you out. I don't want to say that they're viewing you in like a secretive energy, but I feel like it's more mysterious. You may also be someone who has taken a very long time to open up to this person, or they feel like they feel connected to you, but they still feel like there's so much more about you that they need to learn. They want to have a deeper understanding of you. Okay, in your feelings, we have the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the Page of Wands. I think you're looking forward to some sort of communication, but there could also be something that is very slow moving in this connection, or you feel like it's not progressing as quickly as you want it to. Knight of Pentacles could also be a premeditated energy where it's like, okay, I am looking forward to communicating with this person. I am excited. There is a lot of passion here, although I don't want to do anything impulsively. I don't want to dive into anything without, thinking about things thoroughly. There could also be some sort of a plan that you have in mind. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. We have the Five of Cups and we have the Ten of Cups. So this, you feel like this is a connection that did not work out the way that you wanted it to in the past. You feel a bit let down or disappointed. So even if you're open to communicating with this person, what I see in your energy is you're being very cautious. You don't feel comfortable, at least not in the current moment, to be completely vulnerable with this person. You feel like they haven't showed you enough for you to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to open up my heart to you, or I'm going to confess how I feel emotionally towards you. And I also think some form of disappointment in the past is resurfacing for you this week. Whether it's, things did not work out in the past, or this person let me down in the past, and you're reminded of, empty promises or broken promises, where it's like, okay, I don't know if I could trust you in the now, or I'm going to need to see more, tangible evidence in order for me to open up and trust this, offer, or trust you as a person. We have the Three of Cups clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups clarifying the Nine of Cups. I feel like this person really wants to open up to you emotionally. With the Three of Cups, it could also be someone who wants to spend more quality time with you. But I will say, because these cards are coming up in the challenge position, they feel like they mishandled the situation with you in the past. They feel like they did not put forth as much effort as they should have. They feel like they did not do a good job at showing you through their actions that they care, or they want to work towards something more. The Three of Cups and the Queen of Cups, guys, could also be someone who feels like there were a lot of mixed signals between the both of you, or there was, some sort of an interference that was in the way of the both of you getting a connection off the ground here. But I definitely feel like in the current energy, wanting to have a deeper understanding about your emotions towards them, wanting to spend more time with you. This person could also have questions about your social group or who you socialize with and what you do on your free time, like who you are as a person, aside from, the Aquarian that they know, the one that is connected to them. Okay. We have the Hierophant in their feelings, and we also have the Knight of Swords. This could be unexpected communication, or this person is coming in a very unexpected way. There could be something in particular that they're revealing to you that you didn't feel like they would open up about. But they feel like they're ready for the next level in this connection, or they're ready to take the next steps to create something stable here. But the Hierophant also touches on, values, right? And your belief system, or, your moral code. So it could be that there's a discussion that they want to have, or there's something here that is very different in terms of, the values, or maybe what you want in this connection versus what they want. And that's something that they want to speak about. But I will say there's a lot that they're learning, about you. We have the Hierophant as well as the High Priestess in that same spread. So this could also be a connection where, there is a deeper reasoning as to why the both of you are connecting. You guys can have a way of understanding each other without really having to communicate. Right? It's almost like, what's understood doesn't need to be explained kind of energy that's coming through here. The Star card and the Four of Pentacles. This person, holds you very close to their heart. I think that they still not only just feel connected to you, but they want to heal, what has occurred between the both of you. It could be that they want to regain your trust as well. But what's interesting with the Four of Pentacles is they are viewing you as someone who is, remaining held back, or they know that you don't view them in the same light that you once did. And the Four of Pentacles, guys, could also be someone who is wanting things to feel more stable between the both of you, but there could be something that they feel they need to work through on their own in order to attain that with you. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. We have the Two of Swords, followed by the Six of Swords in the potential outcome. Yeah, wanting to move to calmer waters, or heal something, or make peace with you. The first step here is to communicate and maybe come to a mutual agreement so that they could feel more at ease here. That's what I see in the potential outcome. With the Two of Swords, there could be a lack of clarity, certain questions that this person has, certain things that are very confusing to them that they want to figure out. Because I will say this is a week where they're very analytical of you and they're trying to figure you out, but they're viewing you as someone that they feel very connected to, but they also feel like there's a lot that they don't know, or it seems like there's a lot that's in the unknown. The Two of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Four of Swords, moving away from conflict or chaos here. And Four of Swords could be an energy of healing. But with the Five of Swords, it's what I'm getting is specifically healing from disagreements or conflict. Coming out of a space where they're in their mind. This is all swords energy, right? So that's usually what's going on for someone mentally. So something could even feel more complex in their mind than the reality of it. And that is something that they want to work through, or they want to come out of that space. And they want to put some sort of arguments or bickering to an end with the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. So for example, even if they're conversing with you, they don't want something to escalate, or they don't want it to turn into a disagreement or an argument here. Yes, they want to make sure that both parties are, happy in this conversation, but it's also this person is conversing with you in the potential outcome in hopes that they receive clarity as well, because there's a lot of things that they're thinking about, but they're not sure if it's true. And that's why I said there's a heavy emphasis on this being more of a mental energy, right? Someone being very up in their mind about you, but feeling like if they were to communicate, they can receive some sort of answers and not have to assume. Okay. So let's see if I can get a closing message for you guys. One second, guys. I just dropped a card here. Okay. Let's just reshuffle. Understand karmic returns. What you send out into the universe comes back. Be mindful of your energy. I believe Gemini pulled that card as well. So some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. It doesn't have to be the case. But, this card pretty much just speaks about what goes around comes around, or the energy you put out is what you receive here. So this person could feel restless, or they could feel like they're experiencing maybe something that you've, experienced in the past. If it's some form of disappointment or pain that you've endured, they can feel that they're going through that now, or it's a case of tables have turned. And even though I sense someone who is really wanting to communicate with you, to get things off their mind or receive some sort of clarity, a part of them knows that you don't view them in the same light. But I think this energy of wanting to have a conversation stems from confusion and trying to figure things out on their own about you. But they feel like when they do that, it only results in them feeling more confused. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.